Welcome to Meet the Teacher. I'm going to guide you through just some of my policies and procedures, as well as how to navigate the announcements page. My name is Laura Gross, and I'm going to be your math teacher for this year through Hillsborough Virtual. I've been teaching for 24 years, and this is my first full year with Hillsborough Virtual, although I did start last year and worked for most of the year last year, so I am very familiar. It's not like I'm just some newbie to HVS or to teaching. I am very honored to be your teacher and will be here to help you in any way I possibly can. This is my family, my husband and I here, which I married as my high school sweetheart after being apart for an extended amount of time. Um, we've been married now for 15 years. We have an incredible daughter together, little girl. This is my oldest daughter. My youngest is Isabella. My oldest is Chelsea. I have a grandson, Zareth, and a grandbaby that's not pictured here, Nova. And then my husband has quite a few children. Between the two of us, we have 5 children, 6 grandchildren, and 4 fur babies. Life is really good. Getting to contact info. You can reach me by phone. The phone number is listed here. You can call me or text me. Text is actually preferable because if I'm in a meeting with someone, I can answer your question or call you back at a later time. And my email is also listed here. This PowerPoint will also be on a link that's labeled Meet the Teacher, and I'll show you that on the announcements page, so you can go back through it as well. But all this information is also on the announcements page, very conveniently located in multiple ways. So now I'm going to go over some policies and procedures, which are very important. First, emailing and texting. Be sure to make sure that whenever you message me, you make your request very clear, that you include your name first and last, or at least first name and initial for the first couple of times that you message. After a while, I will have those names stored so I'll know who you are. But at first, if you would do that, that would make it much, much easier. And parents, especially because your number is different than your students and emails don't always line up with the student name, if you would please include your child's name when you message, that would make it so much easier for me to address any concerns or questions that you have. Always include a current phone number so I can contact you back. If you're needing help in any way, getting help is easy. The fastest way, like I said, to communicate with me is through text. So text me your questions. If it's a question that's too long for me to text back, I'll just give you a call. But at least I know what the question is so I can make that process move smoother. I could even leave you a voicemail if I can't get a hold of you. Oftentimes questions are just yes or no or a real quick answer. But if you text me, that's the fastest way to get a question answered. Email's also another option, but the response time won't be quite as quickly because obviously I'm not chained to my email to check messages, but I do always have my phone on me. And another thing, please don't wait too long to ask a question. I want to help you. I want to be able to resolve any issues or concerns that you have. I can't always do that, within seconds, but at least your question's there and I can respond and check on it as soon as I have a free moment. I try to respond as quickly as possible, except for obviously on the weekends because that's my time. But any other time, I try to respond to you within minutes, not even hours or days. Zoom live lessons. They're going to be, obviously, like they said, held through Zoom. They can be accessed through the announcements page. There's a link there along with a password. The Zoom room is password protected. So please make sure that you check that. And I would just recommend copying and pasting it. The Zoom live lessons will be on Tuesdays from 5 to 5:30, and then open office hours will be directly following that Zoom live lesson. from 5:30 to 6. That is not to be for DBAs. That is to be mainly for questions that you have that maybe aren't related to the lesson itself. Not everybody's working at the same pace. Some people will be much faster, some might be slower. So that's a good time to come in and ask a question if it wasn't a really super important one, but one that you needed maybe some help on or an example and you wanted it to be shown and you didn't want to make an appointment, which you can do that. But the Zoom Live lesson just lets you kind of pop in without having to make an appointment. DBA. What is a DBA? Well, DBA stands for Discussion-Based Assignment. This is designed to communicate the overall understanding of a module. It's a conversation to prepare you for the test, and most importantly, it's required. The other part is you may only hold one DBA per day per subject, and you must score 60% or higher. So how do we go about scheduling it? Well, on this PowerPoint, there is a clickable link on the top here that you can click to and go to the scheduler. Be sure that you have all module assignments completed though before booking the appointment. If they're not, unfortunately, it will result in a cancellation. You will get a confirmation text to let you know that your DBA is coming up. Please make sure you respond to it by just simply saying that you'll attend. If you're not able to attend, I get it, things come up. Please just let me know. It's really a very simple thing. Send me a text, hey, I have to cancel today. I just am not able or I'm not ready or whatever the reason may be, just let me know. Don't, because it really there's a lot of kids that are waiting to get these DBAs and I can schedule them even at the last minute, but I can't if I'm thinking someone's going to attend and then just doesn't show up. So if you have an issue, as soon as you know that you're not going to be able to attend, let me know. This way I can open that space up for somebody else that might need it. And who knows, you're paying it forward, because if that ends up being you in that position and you need it at the last minute and you can't get it because somebody else just didn't let me know, now you're stuck. So if you're paying it forward like that, it's just really good practice to let me know, and I'm very flexible with that. But after 3 no-shows, you will unfortunately not be able to just go in and schedule the DBA. You'll have to do it directly with me, which does make it a little bit harder, and I don't want it to be harder. I want it to be easy. What to expect during the DBA? Questions are going to come from your module lessons. That's kind of obvious. But attending the Zoom live lessons will prepare you, because I do go over DBA questions during those. You must complete the DBA without any outside assistance. There are anchor charts posted that will act as a study guide to help you prepare for the DBA and for the test. All DBAs will be held through Zoom. Now, having said that, you don't have to have your camera on, but you do need to have a working mic. That's why I have a little mic picture there to remind you. So make sure that before you meet for your DBA that you have a working mic, test it out. All you need to do is speak into it, and there's a little like volume bar that shows you if you're actually speaking that can be heard on the mic, because it works as a detector. So just make sure that that's there, because we have to be able to talk. Okay. And just to kind of recap DBA procedures, you're going to schedule them through the scheduler link. All assignments must be completed when you schedule the DBA, not when you're ready to hold it, when you schedule it. It's only fair, it just makes it fair for everybody. Confirm your attendance to the DBA when a reminder is sent. And having said that, you really need to schedule those at least 24 hours beforehand. However, I know that sometimes you get done, you want to get that DBA knocked out. Oftentimes you can do that, but you have to just contact me if it's a last minute thing. I generally can work people in. Not always, but generally. And again, that comes back to other people being cooperative and letting me know if they have to cancel. So when I have cancellations, I can plug people in. You're just going to have to be flexible with that. Okay. All DBAs are conducted through Zoom. Math is really hard to do it over the phone, and you really need to see what it is that you're being asked to do and answer those questions. Make sure that when you come into the DBA that you have your notes, your paper, your pencil, all the things you're going to need in order to hold the DBA. Because it makes it go much smoother, and then this way I don't run late for other people, which means I won't run late for you. So if you're prepared, we can kind of keep that flowing for everyone. And again, test your mic before you enter the Zoom room and make sure that your name appears when you sign into Zoom. Anytime you sign into Zoom, I need to see your name because it's a security issue. And kind of as a side note, parents, if you are signing in to meet with me, like for the welcome call, make sure that you have your child's name, not your name, because then this way I know who it is that's attending and attached to whom. Okay? All right, so I am going to go ahead now and also go through my announcements page. This is a sample of what the announcements page looks like. It's got the Meet the Teacher slideshow that I just went through with you. You can click that link if you need to refer back to anything. That's not going to be up there all the time, but it will be up there for at least a month or so. Then there's the live lessons link, which is not quite active yet. That's going to be just telling you what we're going to be learning. It'll be a page that kind of coordinates the lessons with the modules. This here, if you click it, it will take you to the scheduling form, which you're going to fill out. You'll fill out all this information on your child. It just helps me to make sure I've captured all the information that's necessary and kind of get to know your child a little bit. When you click the submit form, you will also be taken to a link to schedule your welcome call. I will be conducting those all week starting tomorrow. I will start tomorrow from 5 to 6, tomorrow and Thursday, and then on Wednesday and Friday it will be 8:30 to 10. And you can schedule any time in between those. Just make sure you have this form filled out because it does make it a little bit easier if you do, so that we can make our welcome call a little bit more productive. Back to our announcements page. This is also an appointment scheduler for any type of appointment. So you'll see here that there's only welcome call right now, but there will be options for DBAs as well as help sessions and so forth. And as you can see, there's lots of times that are available for you to pick to schedule your welcome call in hopes to get most of you done. These will be conducted through Zoom to just kind of make it easier for people to pop in and out. So going back here, if you want to get into the Zoom room, you can just click on this button here. It will take you to the Zoom room, and you'll put in this whole password, including the hashtag. That's important, and make sure it's all lowercase. Okay, here's my schedule. Pacing guides, right now there was an issue, so I will have those up. Probably by the time you see this, you'll be able to click on that and get to the pacing guides. These are study guides that you can go and access. And right now I've only got just the first segment here, but you can click any one of those and there's some information, some extra videos, just some different resources for your child and students for you to use to help out with your learning and to prepare for your DBAs. There's a clickable link for email, so you can pretty much access most things right from here. As I post videos, you'll see that lower down in the announcements page as well. This should be the first thing you see when you log into your math class to do assignments, and from there you will go to your assignments page. Okay. I hope this has answered all questions that you might have. Probably not, but it gives you a pretty good overview. You are able to play this video over and over if you need to. Stop and pause it, take notes if you wish. That is totally up to you. But it's pretty simple to navigate through here. There's also a clever link. And everything you need will be accessible through this announcements page. And as I post live lessons, I will link them here as well as send you out a link in an email. So please make sure you're checking your email pretty regularly. Okay, welcome. I look forward to working with you and have a wonderful year.